CashMap Consulting LLC. Check them out today. This is your guy, Kevin Allen, and we are wicked excited to be talking about CashMap Consulting LLC in 2024, one of our newest brand partners. Working with us as we are about to change some of this platform around, but what we're not going to do is change the way we deliver positive messages and endorse positive products. I met the founder of CashMap Consulting LLC on my journey this past year, Dennis Williams, who created this financial tool for you and I to actually take our money back from all those extra finance charges that we pay over the lifetime of all these different, if it's a home loan or a school loan or any of the other loans that you might deal with. CashMap has a system in place that can help you save your money, put it back in your pocket. We've heard testimony from folks that have been a client of CashMap, and they've saved from thousands of dollars to even more. Some of the lifetime savings are up to $100,000 in loan in interest savings using CashMap's proprietary services. Dennis Williams created this so you could live. You could live the life that you deserve. And one of the things I'm proud to say is Dennis and we've connected on many levels, but one of the most important levels is our belief in Christ. And you'll see that CashMap actually has a lot to do with that, how it's helping people gain their independence and being able to live that life that they believe and is certainly the one that Christ provides. So check out CashMap today. Proud to sponsor in 2024 right here on The Kevin Allen Show. And hello. It's been a while, has it not been? It has been a while. I don't know how long it's actually been. It's been a few weeks, maybe a few months. I'm not really sure. But I haven't had much of an inspiration to get on here and talk too much. I've done a lot of pop-ups, as you guys have probably seen if you've been following what we've been doing across the country. What a year it has been. 2024 was a year that I will tell you is going to go down in my history books as life-changing. And one of the things that we experienced in 2024 was one of the most major experiences, and actually this is the most major experience, was our walk with Christ. 12/17/2022 is when we began that on my birthday of last year. And it really is an amazing story because it goes all the way right up till 12/17/2023, where I came back to Connecticut from the road. I've been sharing that journey with you all, and just had a real a moment where I miss my children, I miss my community, I miss people in my life. Even with all the folks that I've lost over the last few years, or people that have come in and out of my life, my children are most important. And so I was on the road. I think it was in Columbia, South Carolina. We were down doing some work with the hunting project, which I talk about often, the Put Up or Shut Up. Real excited about that. We'll talk about that after. And then I just decided one day, come home, just go home. And so we hopped on a Greyhound bus and we rode home. And I've been very open with my process here. I mean, I'm basically homeless, trying to find a home. I'm staying in motels right now where we look for a home to call a home. And it's been a long time since I really had a place where I could call my own. And so we're excited about that. And we're excited about some of the new stuff that we're going to be bringing to you on a brand new platform that we're going to be rolling out in 2024. And it's a little premature, but Mark, the producer, maybe he'll pop on, maybe he won't. And we were really didn't want to come out and do anything really more with the Kevin Allen Show brand, although it still exists. But we have a brand new branded platform that's going to be coming out. We're working on all the details for that. I'd say sometime around the second or third week of January, we'll be ready to rock and roll. And you'll get daily content. You'll get a daily, pop-ups throughout the day, my motivational speaking that we've been traveling around the country doing. We'll talk about that in a moment. But also you'll be getting the great guests that we're going to be bringing on. And some of the guests we're going to be bringing on are people like our friend who I talked about, Dennis Williams, who has created this amazing app. And this amazing app is really helping. It's revolutionary. It's taking an existing system of paying your finance fees and restructuring them throughout the month, where you actually put more money back in your pocket than you would actually imagine. And this is the pretty impressive part about it. So you'll see right here on the scrolling, I believe it's still scrolling down there. I think it's scrolling. You should have a scrolling ticker there that says Cash App. You can actually click that and book an appointment for one of the seminars coming up. And well, let's let the cat out of the bag. I'll be hosting those seminars moving into February of 2024. That's right. The National Brand Cash Map has chosen me to host some of the seminars that they'll be hosting. And we're going to be doing some in-person seminars across the country as well. We'll wait for Dennis Williams, actually the founder, to come on the show, talk more with him about some of the things that we're planning between the brand Cash Map and, of course, the Kevin Allen Show / what used to be known as the Kevin Allen Show. I feel like Prince once in a while, right? Formerly known as. Cash Map, though, is the one we want to talk about right now, and that's the consulting service you want to reach out to today. Scroll right on down, set up an appointment for one of your seminars, get booked, and let them know the Kevin Allen Show sent you. So, as I said, it's been a while, and I know that one thing that I need to get used to is talking again, because I haven't wanted to talk. I've been so out of it between just life changes and some of the things that were going on in my life. Of course, I was down in Florida working with my, with my parents for a little while, helping them out. Just a lot of changes in my personal life. It's just an amazing amount of energy that I've taken in. And, it's interesting to me because all the amazing things that are happening, I could really fall victim to sitting back and saying, oh, I'm going to quit. I'm going to stop. I can't do this anymore. This is too overwhelming. I can't do it alone. I don't have my business partner and my partner in life anymore. That's changed. There's just all these things that have happened. And at the same time, you got no choice but to get up and do it. You got no choice but to get up and do it. And if you can't do it, you're just going to crumble and fall apart and fail anyway. So, I mean, what is the purpose in life, right? And let me tell you that what the purpose of life is that I found. And it was simply with God. God provided me that purpose. Like I personally, I felt so much loss this year, more so than any year of my life, that I feel like this year has prepared me, 2023 has prepared me for what is about to happen in 2024. And I don't want to come on here and talk about the big deals and promote like a circus, promoter. I'm not in here trying to get you all whooped up about that. It's all reality based. It's all happening. And I was ready to cash in my chips and walk away on every level. I was ready to quit the Put Up or Shut Up project. I couldn't focus on my personal life. I couldn't focus on that. I was failing this, I was failing that. And I was ready to walk away from it. But I didn't, because my guys wouldn't let me. And my guys kept me into that. And that's why we're so excited about what's going to be happening with the trailer being released this month. That's right. The trailer for Put Up or Shut Up, this incredible reality TV show, hunting reality TV show based out of Columbia, South Carolina, will be getting national recognition real soon because the trailer gets released. And when the trailer comes out, that's going to be where the fun really begins. That's where I get to go travel around and talk to some executives about how this works, what network we're going to go to, where we're going to be, what partners we're going to have as far as brand partnerships. And in fact, we'll be out in Vegas from the 23rd to the 26th with the crew. And of course, always a big shout out to Kyle Reyes from Law Enforcement Today's former platform. Now he's on to bigger and better things. Kyle got me going out there to SHOT Show, and we know our way around. This will be our third time to SHOT Show in 3 years. So we're pretty excited, pretty stoked about that opportunity. And again, Put Up or Shut Up, all out hunting will be coming to a network in 2024. You'll be seeing that, and look for some very special things because we put a twist on this project that you have not seen before, and we're going to just leave it alone at that. So that project was, keeping me going, man. It was the blood in my veins that was keeping me going, because a lot of the other stuff we were doing just fell apart when I didn't have when I lost my partnership in running the Kevin Allen Show, and Mark, the producer, and I do the best we can, but I really had relied on some other folks involved, and things just crumbled, and I had no confidence to come back on here. This is all part of the open, honest testimony that I give each and every day. And I talk honestly about everything that I've done, everything that has happened in my life. I don't hold back. I'm not here to mislead, because God's given me an amazing opportunity to live again. And I will tell you and promise you that, I was hopeless. And if you haven't heard the testimony that we actually talk about as we've been to traveling and actually doing motivational speaking. We did our first event down in in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, with the men's parenting group down there, a big graduation class, the statewide parents group for men's graduation. And we'll be going down and doing more of those. I think we're going to even work with them doing some stuff with developing some podcasts for their program. So we're looking forward to doing that in 2024 as well. But even going through that process, I was ready to quit. I got it every day. I prayed up every day. I had belief in everything, and I just was empty inside, and I couldn't find that energy to get me up again and get me going again. And so I was struggling. This year has been a struggle. Anyone's watched, you'll know I struggled hard. And I think you know this because if you watch the show, you've seen how I've gone through some of these things. And I'm not going to tell you that mental health is easy. I had a conversation with someone today, and they're angry at me, right, about mental health issues that I had no control over. So I'm going to speak to somebody out there that might suffer from maybe mental health or depression or alcoholism. And I often talk about right here on the show as well, and the platforms. I've been sober for 2 years. 2 years. I've been sober. And I can't tell you how amazing that has made me feel, how amazing I have personally, professionally felt. But even through all these amazingly good things, that devil will sneak in and he will beat you down to try to destroy you. And you have to be strong enough to do that. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a few secrets that I'm going to share with you about how you can be strong, how you can bounce back and be resilient, be brave enough to step up and face those demons and let them know you're not going to take me today, demons. You're not taking me down. I got too many great things in front of me. And I want to share this with you on this journey. So 2024 is about me giving back to you. Well, what's that mean, Kevin? What's that mean? It's simple. Everything we do is going to be about positive energy. You're not going to see me sitting here arguing with somebody, debating them over whatever it is I might disagree with them on. You're not going to see any of that. Now, the evolution of my podcast from News Rocky way back in the day all the way to where I am now, I'm not quitting. So anybody out there that thinks you beat me or thinks you're going to outsmart me because you can steal my credit card and you can use the Facebook passwords and change things around on us and you've done it consistently since we started, you didn't win. You lose again, because you know what? God's on my side. And so when you have that power on your side, you can win against anything you face, any challenges you face. And the biggest challenges I faced were seriously myself, because those sprinkles of the people that I dealt with along the way, they were just, they're little pieces along them. They're little pieces of bread that were dropped to maybe find my way back home. But guess what? I'm not going back home to where I came from before. I'm going forward. And forward is where God wants you to go as well. So I want you to think right now about where your life is. Are you happy where you are? Are you satisfied with what you're doing? Are you feeling confident in what 2024 is going to be for you? Are you feeling like maybe you're just overwhelmed? Are you feeling that maybe you drink a little too much? Are you feeling like maybe you're one of those, pick an addiction? I don't know, we put them all in a hat. I had every one of them. Pick an addiction and see if that's the problem. See, one of the interesting parts about when you go through this change and you find Christ is that you open your mind up and your heart up and you're honest to yourself once and for all. You can look in the mirror and know, you know what? I'm not lying. I'm not cheating. I'm not the one that's making accusations. I'm not the one that's sneaking around and hiding in cars and having sex in parking lots like some people we know. I'm not out there drinking in bars and doing all these different things. That's not my life, man. That is the devil's life, and the devil will get you in control when he has control of you. He'll take that from you and he'll just get you into those bad things. And listen, I lived a life 53 years. I talk about it all the time until my 53rd birthday on December 17th of 2022. I was just living for the devil, and that's the truth. And now I get to live for God, and I get to spread the word of the Lord. And I will promise you that this is such a better job than I've ever had before. One of the best parts about what we get to do is, I say, speak. And as we travel down to South Carolina, as I talked about, doing that motivational speaking, we have many more booked. We'll be out in Kentucky. I believe it's a religious group that's going to be having an organization that's going to be having General Flynn actually speak. I think I'll be on stage with him in February. I believe it's President's Day that we're scheduled to be out there. And there's so many more of those kind of things that are going to be popping up. And it is simply because I didn't quit. I didn't quit. And so you're out there right now, and maybe you're watching this and going, "Oh man, this guy sounds like he's whatever." And I don't blame you, because maybe I sound like I'm all over the place because I haven't been on here. And I'm good at talking once I get flowing. And it's been a while for me, but I will promise you this: I'll get good at what I do again, which is talking, interviewing, and most importantly, sharing the love of God. And that's what I'm going to be doing right here on this platform. This platform is all about positive. So if you have something going on in your life right now, an obstacle or something that you're trying to overcome, reach out to me. Drop me a message. Say, "Hey, Kevin, I'd like to talk about this," or "Could you maybe get an expert or somebody to come on and talk about this?" And when I talk about positive, we're going to take on hard topics. We're going to deal with some tough topics on this platform and the new branded platform. We're going to be definitely dealing with tough topics. Just like I said, think about this right along. Cash Map itself, right? Cash Map itself it's for people that are lost. They're sinking. You're sinking in your own finances, and this is why you want to go over to Cash Map Consulting LLC today and click on an appointment for one of their seminars. And again, like I said, sometime in February, I'll be doing the seminars with Cash Map. I'm wicked excited and stoked about that in 2024. That's just one of the brand partners we're bringing on. But go and check them out, because this again is something that a lot of us are dealing with right now. We're dealing with our finances. We're dealing with our relationships. We're dealing with our alcoholism or a drug or an addiction. We're dealing with, lost hope. We're dealing with so much in the world today. And, one of the craziest parts about the world we live in today, it's a ticking time bomb. It's a ticking time bomb. We see what's going on in the Middle East. We see what's going on in, all over the world and in Israel. We see what's going on in the Ukraine. We see what's going on with Russia. We're in a time and place in the history of this country where there's one thing that you can guarantee. If you can turn to God today, you will find that salvation you need. You'll be able to find your way into a happier, more wholesome, and more pure life. And I can promise you that has been the trick for me. And this is why I get to be so positive. And I was just on a call today with a friend of mine talking about a venue site for trying to book a motivational speaking tour. And it's in Connecticut. And I'm going to drop it like this because I have no confirmation, so I won't put anything else out there. I'm really good at this now. I've been trying to hold my tongue on some things. But we're going to be talking with one of the number one motivational speakers in the world to coming to Connecticut. And this will bring a whole group of different speakers along with them. I'm hoping that we can put this together sometime in 2024. Maybe it's 2025. I don't know. But I do know this. God's put it on my heart to work on this project and to bring this right here to Southeastern Connecticut, one of the largest venues sites, and we'll be announcing that really soon when we get closer to confirmation with the speakers and all that. So where have I been? I've been lost, man. I've been lost. I've been where do we start, right? Do I put up my testimony that has been put together for us over a year ago? And it's interesting as you read the testimony, even as I read it today, as I read through it and kind of prep up for some of the projects we're doing in 2024, that testimony that we put together. And of course, this has a lot to do with the Sinners Tour that we developed, and the Sinners Tour is in progress, folks. I am not, involved with operating the Sinners Tour. I am a speaker with it, but it's the Saving Sinners Tour is launching, and I believe they have 3 events booked in Arizona. They have multiple events booked throughout the country, and it's just going to be an interesting opportunity again for us to be up on stage speaking about the positive, the greatness of God. And that's what we want to do. We want to share that with you. So if you're out there right now and you're feeling like, maybe you're all alone, you're not alone. No way. If you're feeling like you failed again, and if you failed at that business venture, I failed at all of them. I failed at every one of them. I've been a big failure in business, except it's all turned around. If you feel like you failed at maybe maybe you failed as a parent, but it's not too late. You can still be a good parent wherever you are in your life, and wherever your children are in your life. You can reconnect with them and be a great parent. I promise you can do this. If you feel like you failed, maybe just as a friend to somebody, you can still correct that. You just got to believe in yourself. And if you failed in maybe marriage or a relationship, I promise you, this is not over for you. There's someone out there. There's maybe no one out there. Maybe you're just going to be happy by yourself. Who knows what you're going to be? But I can promise you this: you got to start working on those emotions that are taking you down and taking you out of the game each and every day. I was taken out of the game for so long, and it's interesting because the observation of those that I was dealing with at the time when I was battling these demons, even as I was walking with Christ, the observation is that somehow I was maybe playing a game. Somehow I was joking about it. I don't know who gets the joke about feeling suicidal or feeling as if you're not worthy to live anymore. I don't think that's really a funny topic. I don't think that's something anyone will play with. See, I was that dark and deep. I was that deep in the hole, right? And so where do you go from there? Well, you go homeless. You go to 33 cents in your bank account, trying to chase dreams in this journey you're on, and then you go homeless during that process. Hence, that's why I'm in a motel room, right? I don't have a home right now. I have looked at a few places and we'll have one soon. And I can't wait to have that. But you know what? Here's the beauty. I'm smiling. You know why I'm smiling? Because I did bounce back. And I have all these amazing things that are on my plate right now for 2024. I mean, I didn't bring in a brand partner with CashMap because they didn't believe in me, right? It's simple as that. And, I'll promise you when we announce some of the other brand partners we're bringing on, some of these new sponsorships, you're going to see they're national brands that are coming on board because they believe in the second chance. They believe in the comeback story. They believe in what you and I can do if we work together. And I promise you this, all you have to do is right now, so you're feeling any of those things I just said, you can send me a private message and I will respond to you. If I can't help you, we will find somebody in our network that can help you. And just this past week, we were able to connect two amazing people that I've connected with from this platform and personally, and I was able to connect them and get them together. And they're actually in conversation now about getting a good program together that can help one of these individuals get their life back. You see, because it's all about that. It's all about that. And I truly do say to you that if you're feeling that, that hopelessness, if you're feeling that sense of failure, what I'd ask you to do is first pray. And that's all. Just pray. Just bend down on knee and start talking to God. And if you haven't ever talked to God, there's no rules of talking to God. You don't have to have any special words you say. All you have to do is just start talking to God. And you will hear the responses. You will hear the amazing, you'll feel it amazingly in your heart. There's so much that can come from that. And it has been something that has personally just really has improved my life. Really ultimately ginormously, okay? Because I was lost. 2022, I find my way walking to Jesus. And if you know the experiences we went through from 2022 into 2023 this past year, we went right from my birthday right into going out to Asbury University. And Asbury University was out in Kentucky. And that was an amazing experience. It was one of those things where I didn't realize what I had gone into at Asbury University was such an impactful moment. The reality of this year for me, and this is why I want to share it with you, is that I was hopeless. I was lost. I was not focused on not just my businesses at hand or my personal life, anything. I was really kind of giving up on life. And it's interesting because you can't blame anyone around you when you go through these experiences. You can't be mad at them for not understanding or knowing exactly how to deal with that issue because not everyone's trained in that area, right? So what you got to do is look when you're feeling this depression like I had. I'm trying to help you here, right? I'm trying to help you because I went through this. Is you got to look for those reasons, those simple reasons of why you want to change your life. And when I turned to God, I started to get a lot of reasons why. And most of the reasons were really about the things that I loved in my life. And even through this process of losing some of those things that I loved in my life, I was able to grow. And growing over the last year started, like I said, Asbury University. Big deal. Huge deal. Don't know why I went there. And if Mark, the producer, was on, maybe he could help. Or, if, at the time, I called some people that were in my life at the time. And and even asked, what do you think? I think I'm going to go to Asbury University. I was in Baltimore after traveling 6.5 hours in the old broken down silver bullet truck that we talk about often that got me through this journey this year. And I drove all the way to Kentucky from Baltimore. It was 8.5 hours further from there, and I did it. And one of the reasons I did it was because I was called. And when I got called there, I was able to, we talk about the experience. I've talked about it before, but I got in the church. And when we got in the church with the students, we got to witness what 70 plus thousand Christians experienced who converged onto Kentucky for the revival last year at Asbury University. I quickly realized exactly why I was there. I was there to be introduced to God's love in the highest level, and that has now been my journey to share with you. And so, if you're going to pay attention to anything, guys, I'm going to keep talking about God. If it upsets you, all I can say to you is, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Because, see, God's not sorry either. And if you just turn to the Lord today and you ask the Lord for some help in whatever that thing is you're dealing with, the Lord will be there for you. I've witnessed this over the last year, and even during this traveling around the country. And, I think I talked about it a lot on this show. I think we traveled almost 9 months of the year. We were on the road somewhere, some convention. If we were out in Vegas twice last year, we were out in LA twice. We were in, Texas, Florida, Kentucky, Tennessee, a lot more places, but not really referring to the trip as much as the experience. The experience gave me the ability to connect with. I got to tell you, I think I probably met hundreds of thousands of people last year, hundreds of thousands of people easily. And how could I say that? Is because I've been at these events. I've been to CPAC twice, and I've been to all these other major events, and it's been an amazing experience speaking at events now that I've been doing. It's a different experience when you're going up on stage in front of the crowds, and you come on back down, and you're kind of mingling about with people. You meet a lot of people this way, and one thing that's consistent is that this world that we live in today, in 2024 and 2023, during this journey, it's feeling hopeless. It's feeling lost. It's feeling like they can't find their why. Like, what's my why? And that is a key point to what I'll be talking about. And I talk about this when I talk about my motivational, when I do the motivational speaking, is what's my why? Why am I doing it? Why am I getting up every day? Why am I not just going to get a job like the people in my life wanted me to do? Why am I refusing to, just be normal? Just be a normal person. Well, I think God had a calling for me, and God wanted me to do something in a different way. And maybe it was to experience things in a different way to prepare me for what's about to happen. And I truly do believe that is exactly what God wanted for me. And I think God has that same plan for you. And so what is your why? Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to quit? Why do you want to give up? Why aren't you fighting for the things that you believe in? Why aren't you fighting for the love that you don't want to lose? Why are you not fighting for your children's, respect? Because one of the things I can promise you in this journey I learned as well is you cannot talk about it anymore. So I say this all the time, and yes, you'll be seeing the shirt soon because hopefully our whole store, our online merch store is coming out. Watch my walk, not my talk. Simple as that. Watch my walk, not my talk. And so I don't know if you agree with that, but see, we get so hung up in, let's talk about all these great things. And believe me, I was a P.T. Barnum from day one, man. And yes, I'm from Connecticut, and so wasn't he. But I would love to just let's soup it up, man. Get people excited before it even happened, before the ink was dry. I was ready to do it. And you know what I learned? Shut up, Kevin. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just do it. Just do it. And this year has been just doing it. And that's why a lot of you are probably sitting there scratching your head saying, well, where's he been? I haven't seen him for a while. Oh, I thought he was gone. Thought he finally just gave up. No, and no. I'm back. Because I found my why. My why was with simply believing in the Lord. My Father God gave me the inspiration and to be inspired by any one individual. Jesus himself was the examples that I try to live by. And, and it's interesting because, as you all know, I had a past history in politics. And my political position almost cost me a speaking engagement because when the organizers looked at my platforms, they saw all my very aggressive, very, very argumentative political positions. Now, I want to be, just as I share with them and I'll share with you, um, I still have a political opinion. Just because you start to walk with Jesus and you decide one day that you're not going to go into this angry place, you want to help people, doesn't mean that you automatically are cleansed of all your political opinions. I have a political opinion. But I don't think my political opinion has anything to do with what I'm trying to share with you right now. My whole thing is I want to help people help themselves. I want to help people get off the mat. I want to help people get off that knee that they seem to be living on because they can't get the energy, because they can't find the why. Why do you need to get up today? Why do you need to succeed today? Why do you need to have this certain thing happen in your life so you can get to this next level? Why is it that you need this? Or why is it that you think you can quit and just walk away? Walk away. You see, people think like that. I had that thought process. Walk away. He, she doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just walk away. It doesn't matter. Walk away. And then you're going back and forth and you're like, what do you do? Well, guess what you do? You got to find your why. And so I want to leave this with you today. And this is a little over 30 minutes. And I didn't want to do more than 30 minutes, but I will admit that I enjoy talking so much. And I enjoy talking about things that actually make sense. And as much as this might be a little bit jumbling all around, it really makes sense because it's really to the point which I want to make, and I'll leave you with. Don't live hopeless. Don't live in a sad state. Don't live feeling like you don't belong. Don't live feeling like no one's there for you. Don't live thinking when you shut that door and you walk out the door and you're crying hysterically or you just can't handle. You're considering hurting yourself, and that person inside the house will just shut the door behind you. And you know what? You're going to get some of that. We've seen that along the way, and I promise you you're going to have to get help. And maybe it's not the person behind that door that's going to help you. It's going to be somebody else. And I want to tell you, we're here for you. We're here for you. Don't give up, because we're going to be putting together a street ministry this year in 2024 that is going to connect with people across the country. And I'm just going to do plain talk. I'm a plain talker, man. I'm not quoting any scripture. Maybe every now and then I will. I don't know how I'm going to be inspired to talk. All I know is I walk with the Lord and the Lord walks with me. And that's my why, right? I figured out my why. I want you to get your why. I want you to figure out why it matters to you, why living matters to you, why success should matter to you, why you shouldn't be, hey, if you try and you fail, it's okay. Get up again and do it again. Believe me, failing is part of the process. And we can explain that better than probably most people because I've had failure after failure. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I went from the State House to experiencing what homeless would be, like being a homeless person would be like, with 33 cents in my bank account. I'm not proud of any of this, but it is a part of my life and my journey, and it is now a part of my why. I want to know what your why is. So drop it right here. Let me know what your why is. Why are you doing it? Why do you want to get up in 2024? Why do you want to correct things? Why do you want to succeed? And why do you want to give up? If you want to say why you want to give up, say that too. And if you need help, DM me. We will put you in touch with somebody that can help you really, really soon. And remember, Cash Map Consulting, LLC. Give them a shout today. Set up that seminar. All you got to do is click right on there. Go right on the Cash Map Consulting LLC. Check them out today. Let them know the Kevin Allen Show or Kevin Allen or whatever show brand we're going to be called. I'm Kevin Allen. Sent you that way. And look for us in February where we will actually be hosting the seminars with Cash Map. National seminars starting in February. We're excited about that. As I said before, we have a couple other brands we're going to be launching partnerships with, and we'll bring those out too. But check out Cash Map today. I guarantee you'll be much better off, much happier, and you'll find out your why. Why did you connect with Cash Map? Because they're going to save you some money, put money in your pocket. All right, this is it, man. 35 minutes. All I want to say is this as I close out. I'm going to continue to do some of these things popping up. I love you guys, man, and I'm going to tell you, I'm back. Nobody can take it from me. I'm sorry if I disappoint you. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry if you feel like I hurt you. I'm sorry if you can't get over it. I'm sorry if you want me to fail. I'm sorry if you want to see me just crumble and give up. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. because my why is everything that's in my life. And I can't wait to share the story, this Christmas story, me coming home to Christmas and being able to spend time with my children and my even my ex-wife. I got a chance to spend with Melissa. It was beautiful. It was just a beautiful coming home a Christmas for me. And I just am so blessed by it. And I want you to be blessed as well. Guys, stay prayed up. And remember, your why is the most important thing. And we're going to help you figure it out in 2020.